Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, April 10th, and you're listening to Blue Mountain Morning. I'm Alex, joined as always by my impossibly zen friend, Marc.
Morning, Alex. Morning, everyone. There's something about Thursdays that always feels like we're on the edge of possibility, don't you think?
Honestly, I just think of it as Friday's annoying younger sibling that won't get out of the way. But I like your perspective better.
Well, that's why we're here, to help cut through all the noise and start your day with a little clarity and calm.
Exactly. We've got a packed show that'll leave you feeling informed, inspired, and hopefully a little less overwhelmed by the world. Let's dive in. Time for today's Horizon, where we take a quick look at what's happening in the world. And, wow. Trump has been busy with his executive order pen this week.
You can say that again. In a major policy shift yesterday, Trump announced a 90-day pause on tariffs for most countries, except China, whose tariffs he actually raised to a whopping 125%.
That's insane. And his explanation was what? That people were getting, and I quote, yippee? What does that even mean?
It appears to be Trump speak for international trade tensions. The markets actually bounced back after freaking out when the initial tariffs were announced.
But wait, there's more. Apparently, Trump also signed an executive order yesterday to, and this is real, end the Obama-Biden war on water pressure.
Yes, he's been complaining about this for years. The order changes federal definitions for showerheads, toilets, and sinks to allow more water flow.
He literally said, I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes until it gets wet. It comes out drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous. I mean, his hair does require significant maintenance.
Meanwhile, Trump also ordered the Justice Department to investigate two former Homeland Security officials who criticized him, Miles Taylor and Chris Krebs. This one really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Retaliating against political enemies? And with such a power imbalance, he's effectively crushing these people and upending their lives.
Oh, and we can't forget the Meta whistleblower who told senators yesterday that the company gave the Chinese Communist Party access to user data, including Americans' data, to build an $18 billion business in China.
Meta disputes those claims, but it's definitely concerning. Another day, another series of headlines that make you want to crawl back into bed.
But we won't let you do that. We're here to help you make sense of it all. Now it's time for Ripple Effects, where we go deeper on an issue that's affecting people across the country. And today we're talking about something that might not make big headlines, but is silently impacting millions of Americans: loneliness.
This is actually something the Surgeon General has called a public health crisis. Last year, Dr. Vivek Murthy issued a major advisory warning that loneliness and social isolation are as damaging to our health as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day.
Wait, seriously? 15 cigarettes? That can't be right. That's like a whole pack.
It's actually true. The research shows that chronic loneliness increases our risk for premature death by about 30%. It's linked to higher rates of heart disease, stroke, dementia, depression, anxiety.
Okay, I get it. Being lonely is terrible for us. But we're more connected than ever, right? We have phones, social media, video calls. How are we all so lonely?
That's the irony. Despite all these tools for connection, about half of U.S. adults report experiencing loneliness. The pandemic certainly made things worse, but this trend was rising long before COVID.
So who's getting hit hardest by this? Is it just older people sitting alone in nursing homes?
Actually, young adults between 18 and 25 report the highest rates of loneliness. Gen Z and young millennials are struggling with this even more than seniors.
That's really unexpected. So the TikTok generation is the loneliest?
Exactly. And there are several factors at play. Young adults are delaying marriage, living alone more often, working remotely, and while they're constantly on social media, those interactions often lack depth and authenticity.
I feel attacked, but seriously, I can see how scrolling through perfectly curated Instagram feeds might make you feel more isolated, not less.
And it's not just a mental health issue, though that's significant on its own. Loneliness affects physical health through increased inflammation, compromised immune function, and disrupted sleep patterns.
So what are we supposed to do about it? Just start randomly talking to strangers on the street? Because I tried that once and, it didn't go great.
Well, communities across the country are getting creative. In Austin, they've launched friendly caller programs where volunteers make regular phone calls to isolated seniors. Philadelphia has created senior centers without walls that offer virtual activities for older adults who can't leave home.
That's actually really cool. What about for younger people, though?
Several universities are implementing social prescription programs where mental health providers literally prescribe social activities. And some cities are redesigning public spaces to encourage spontaneous interaction. Things like community gardens, outdoor chess tables, and pedestrian-friendly streets.
I love that idea. Prescription socialization. Take 2 board game nights and call me in the morning.
There's also a growing movement of third places, locations that aren't home or work where people can gather. Independent bookstores, local coffee shops, and community centers are making comebacks specifically designed to combat loneliness.
I've noticed that. My neighborhood just got this new cafe with these huge communal tables, and they host these random events like poetry nights and plant swaps. I thought it was just hipster nonsense, but maybe they're onto something.
Absolutely. And employers are taking note too. Some companies are bringing people back to offices specifically to address isolation among workers. Others are creating more structured social opportunities for remote employees.
But doesn't it feel weird, like forced fun? You will socialize and you will enjoy it.
The key is creating genuine opportunities for connection without making it feel manufactured. Small, consistent interactions often make the biggest difference, like greeting your neighbors by name or joining a weekly class where you see the same people.
I get that. My mom joined this ridiculous early morning mall walking group, and I totally made fun of her, but now she talks about these people like they're family.
That's exactly it. Regular, meaningful contact is what builds those connections. And research shows that even small interactions with strangers, like chatting with a barista or thanking a bus driver, can boost our sense of belonging.
So the solution to this massive health crisis might be as simple as talking to people more?
In many ways, yes. The Surgeon General's framework emphasizes strengthening social infrastructure, making it easier for people to connect in their daily lives. That means designing communities, workplaces, and digital spaces that facilitate real human connection.
Well, I feel like we should all go call someone we love after this segment, or maybe even see them in person.
That's a prescription I can get behind. Now it's time for our morning whisper, that moment where we pause and find a bit of calm before continuing with our day.
Ooh, I need this after all that loneliness talk. I'm feeling the urge to text everyone I know.
In the rush of our daily lives, we often forget that connection doesn't require grand gestures. It's found in small moments of presence and awareness.
Like when you actually look up from your phone while waiting in line for coffee?
Exactly. Try this today. When you encounter someone, whether it's a coworker, a barista, or a stranger, make genuine eye contact and really listen to their response when you ask how they're doing.
Wait, you mean I can't just say, "How's it going?" while staring at my phone and walking away?
That small shift, being fully present for just 10 seconds, creates a tiny bridge between two people. It reminds both of you that you're not just passing characters in each other's lives.
I actually did this yesterday with my neighbor, and we ended up talking for like 5 minutes. It was nice.
That feeling of connection, however brief, is like a pebble creating ripples in still water. Each small interaction today is a chance to remember we're all in this together.
Well, that's our show for today, folks. Thanks for starting your morning with us here on Blue Mountain Morning.
We hope we've helped bring a little clarity and calm to your Thursday.
Oh, and if you're enjoying our little morning chats, do us a huge favor and tell someone about us, would you? Like, literally grab a friend's phone and subscribe them? I'm kidding. Kind of.
Or for a more consensual approach, just recommend us to friends and family who might need this moment of calm in their day.
And hey, if you want a shout out on the show, send us an email at bluemountainmorningpodcast@gmail.com. I promise Marc won't let me make fun of your name too much.
We'll be back tomorrow with more insights to help you navigate your day with perspective and maybe even a smile.
See you then, mountain climbers.